Yes, greetings, my love. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, good. I'm glad that I'm on the phone with you again. I'm glad to further assist you, you know, with this nutritional consultation, right? So I'm delighted in any event. So how you doing?
I'm okay. I have
Mhm.
exams coming up. I have an exam tomorrow, and I'm having the hardest time just like focusing and being motivated. But
Mm. Well,
that's
you know what is good, for focusing and things of that nature. Clary sage. Clary sage is good. Chamomile, tea is good if you don't know that already. What else? But clary sage is in the form of essential oils. I'm not sure if there's essential oils around you or whatnot, but you want to get that, and I'm going to also reach out to my friend who is a specialist in essential oil, and ask her what can you use to basically stay calm, clear your mind, so that you can succeed, right, in your
yeah.
studies. Also, I do know that lavender works with the nerves, the central nervous system. That's good as well. So clary sage as of right now, and uh, um, um, clary sage, lavender, and also chamomile tea will be beneficial for you. Okay.
Okay.
Do you have any questions from last sessions?
No, I'm just gonna rewatch the video once it comes up because I
Mm.
wrote down a lot of things and I went over it. Um, I just need to get the pen. Remember you told me that like my great grandmother wanted me to get a pen and put a feather on it. I just need to get that and write in. Should I write in a specific journal or could I write in another one that I have? Does it have to be specifically for her?
Wait, can you repeat that? I'm sorry, you was breaking up.
Oh, so the pen that I have to put a feather on for my great grandmother, like that special pen,
Mhm.
do I have to write the letters to her in a specific book just for her, or could it be with another? I have another book that I write down anything spiritual.
I
So
think
can I use that same book?
I would recommend that you do a specific book. In my
Okay.
opinion, you know why? Because it's more sacred, and it's more so like between you and your great grandmother. So I would definitely do that.
Okay.
In any event, yeah. It's just like setting up an altar, right? When you set up an altar, sometimes you want to set up an altar for your ancestors separately in any event. So I would definitely recommend you do that. Okay?
Okay. All
All right.
right.
All right, so then let's get into this nutritional consultation, so
Yeah.
I can further assist you with that. I'm gonna allow you to, ask your questions afterwards, but I'm gonna just provide you with a guideline more so, or just like knowledge in terms of how to approach your health holistically, as well as what type of foods that are complementary, or that complements the melanated body in
Okay.
any event. So first and foremost, you do know that our body is electrical, right? Our
Yeah.
bodies are made up of minerals, and vitamins, and substances that are, of higher vibration in any event. So the particular foods that we must eat to stay alive, as you know how they say, or rather, you're going to eat to live, or you're living to eat. The
Yeah.
foods that are going to help us to stay alive or function are known as the electromagnetic energy of foods, right? So there's three particular categories, and this session has been recorded, but I don't have much memory on it, so it might cut off in 20 or 30 minutes. So I'm gonna just try to give you as much information as possible so that you can go over this. So um like I mentioned to you before, the foods that are complementary to your body. is known as the electromagnetic energy of foods, right? So there's three categories. There's the electrical foods, which is considered the cleansers, right? Which is basically like the coconut water, the melons, the fruits, anything that is electrical, anything that grows high in the tree that will, excite your body. And what I mean by excite your body, I mean by replenish your body, or more so, the electrical foods are fruits that contain high amounts of water. Those are considered the cleansers. Okay, so you have the cleansers, and then you have the electromagnetic foods, right? Which is the sustainers. And after I finish breaking down these foods, I will then go ahead and tell you the time that you will benefit from these foods, right? But I'm just giving you the categories. So the electromagnetic foods, which is known as the sustainers, those are like your fruits, also as well. Protein, seeds, nuts, because you know that there's a lot of like minerals in nuts itself. Many people make raw food pates or raw food from just seeds and nuts. So there's a lot of nutritional values in seeds and nuts, right? So you have seeds, you have nuts, you have sprouted legumes, you have leafy vegetables and non-starchy vegetables. So, ca- oh, yes, hello?
Yeah.
Yes, what was the last thing you heard me say?
I can hear you.
Yes, what was the last?
So foods like seeds, legumes, anything with protein are like sustainers, which are the electromagnetic foods.
Yes, so they're like sprouted legumes, and we're gonna get into that when we get into proper food combination. But green leafy foods, green leafy vegetables, non-starchy vegetables. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Because I heard the boop boop.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. So non-starchy vegetables.
Okay.
So basically, generally speaking, electromagnetic foods are the foods that grow near the ground. They basically are the builders between the cleansers and or rather, the electrical foods and the magnetic foods. So again, the electromagnetic foods, which are the sustainers, are basically your greens, basically your carbohydrates. So that is the second category of the foods that benefit your body. Then you have what is known as the magnetic foods, which are, the builders, what builds the body, right? So we're more so considering like the root vegetables, right? Or the grains or the dried legumes. When we speak about the grains, we're speaking about the quinoa, the millet, the couscous, everything that is like grainy but not more so starchy. These are the kinds of foods that, sustain or rather builds the body, right? All vegetables, herbs, and tubers are magnetic in nature. The magnetic forces are able to penetrate anything. So, say for example, you have constipation, or anything dealing with the digestive system. In any event, you want to eat what is known as the builder type of foods, because it penetrates through any type of illnesses that may be present in the body. So unlike electrical foods, um, magnetic foods basically grow beneath, or rather under the soil or under the earth. So you have like nuts as well. Some certain nuts grow underneath. You have like yams. You have, like, as I mentioned to you before, like these different types of grains that grows underneath the soil. So and I'm gonna give you a list of examples as well, to help you with making proper food choices. So again, there's three different food categories that complements the body. You have the electrical foods, that are the cleansers, which is more so, fruits, coconut water, coconuts, watermelons, etc. Then you have the electromagnetic foods, which are the sustainers, which sustains the body, holds the body, provides the body with minerals and nutrients that the body is composed of, which is basically the greens, right? Because if we speak about carbon, which is the main element in our body, we speaking about green food, right? Because plants also have carbon, right? Plants are also green. Plants are one of the main, how can I say this, main beings, or rather that benefit from the sun. So we are sun beings as well. So this is the reason why eating green food or taking in green juice will sustain our body, because we are made up of, we're carbon based people. So in any event, so in any event, like I said, the electrical foods, the electromagnetic foods, which are the sustainers, and then you have the magnetic foods, which are the builders, which basically deals with building your immune system. In any event, so those are the three main categories that you should be looking towards while approaching your diet holistically, right? Okay, so moving forward, when does the body benefit, or rather what time does the body benefit from these particular, well, before I get into that, do you have any questions?
Um, so I know it's not best to eat meat or anything like
Mhm.
that. Okay, so I mean maybe this should be at the end, but
Okay.
with
Yeah,
the
you can
okay.
ask the questions at the end. I just want you to be clear, or I want you to ask questions in terms of what I just explained to you.
Okay, so you said for electromagnetic foods, it could
Mhm.
also mean fruits. I mean, you had examples for electrical as fruits, but you said electromagnetic could also be fruits.
Mhm.
Whereas electrical means it's high in the, like, on trees with
Mhm.
lots of water. What specific fruits are the sustainers electromagnetic if
Okay.
it's all, okay?
Mhm. You have what is known as avocados. Avocados is considered a fruit because it has a seed in it. Any Oh no. I'm sorry. Can you hear me? I got a call.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
okay.
So what
Yeah,
I
I
was
can hear you.
Yeah, so what I was saying was that any vegetable, or rather any fruit, anything that has a seed in it is a fruit. So avocados, take for example avocado. Some people would say avocado was a vegetable, but avocado was actually a fruit because it has seeds in it. So that will be considered like your sustainer. Why? Because it provides the body with fat. Anything that has a good amount of fat content always binds things together. Again, it's like the bridge between the electrical fruit foods or fruits, and the magnetic foods. So avocado will be one, right? Take for example, you have, because I also went on a fruit fast, and I incorporated avocados. I also incorporated, what did I incorporate? You can take, say for example, eggplants, which is has seeds in it as well, which is that is also considered a fruit. You have what is known as jackfruit, which is green, which it doesn't grow high in the tree, but that is considered a fruit, which you can also cook. You can also cook. I just made some jackfruit, a barbecue jackfruit. So you got to really get creative with it. And in the event, and it helps with reversing diabetes. It helps with high blood cholesterol, balancing out your the circulatory system in any event. So any type of green food that has a seed in it is considered a fruit. and
Okay.
that and that is also relating to the electromagnetic category because it is green.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not electrical, because again, electrical are the fruits that grows high in the tree and has high water content, like cantaloupes, honeydew, watermelons, coconut, coconuts, all those that. So that's the difference in any event. That's the difference.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Okay, I understand.
All right, great. So now the body more so, okay, so when you wake up in the morning, many of us wake up, before the sun rises, like at 4 o'clock in the morning or whatnot, or rather 5 o'clock in the morning. The body more so, benefits from electrical foods, right? So which is the cleansers in any event. So anything after 4 a.m., so from 4 a.m. to 12 a.m., the body is benefiting from electrical foods. So you have, so first thing in the morning, so say for example with me, right? I don't eat solid food until 12 o'clock. Why? Because they say that the sun is at its highest peak at 12 o'clock. So if you want to be in synchronicity with nature, rather you want to be in synchronicity with the sun, you also want to eat your heaviest meal around that time so that the body can digest it properly, right? So I don't eat anything heavy after 12 o'clock. So what I will benefit from between the hours of 4 a.m. to 12 p.m. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm sorry, because we're on
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, because we're on WhatsApp and my phone is just going crazy from other clients trying to get in contact with me and whatnot. So it's gonna click off. But if you hear me, then we good.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. So in any event, for breakfast, right? When you wake up in the morning, what I recommend for you to do is, benefit from electrical food. In any event, which is the cleansers, right? The cleansers again, you want to get you some coconut water. You want to get you like a melon water. I do what is known as watermelon juice. And like I said, anything that is high in water content will benefit you. Even sea moss, in any event, sea moss, or rather, what can I say? The sea vegetables, right? Anything from the sea will also benefit. You will also benefit from anything from the sea between the hours of 4 a.m. to 12 a.m. Why? Because you're just now waking up. So now you want to just cleanse the body, or rather, you want to wake the digestive system up with these electrical foods. Again, the body is electrical. So when you wake up, you want to complement the body with something very nice and very subtle and very, effective, in any event. So what time do you wake up actually?
Lately it's been really late because I
Mhm.
stay up studying, but
Mhm.
I would say around 9 if it's school
Mhm.
time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So 9 o'clock is good, right? So first thing in the morning, what you could do is have you some lemon water, right? Because lemons are also electrical, or rather alkaline, right? And what it would do is, and also lemons are the buffers. So it will begin to wake the body up and also help you to have a bowel movement, because you want to have a bowel movement at least every day, right? You always want to have a bowel movement at least every day, or even before you start with your meal. Me personally, if I don't move a bowel, I'm not eating. I have to take a dump, basically, right? So what will happen is, even with me now, I'm starting to drink a lot of sugarcane juice early in the morning. Why? Because the sugar from the sugarcane juice is going to provide the body with fuel, right? Energy. So now you up. So between 4 a.m. So between 4 a.m. and noon, the body more so benefits from electrical foods, right? So then boom. Now you have your lunchtime, which is 12 o'clock for some people, right? 12 o'clock, the body benefits from electromagnetic foods, right? The sustainers. You want to sustain the body throughout the whole day, right? So as I mentioned to you before, the food categories for that is green leafy foods, non-starchy greens in any event. So you have like kale, you have like collard greens, you have like what else you have? You have like cabbage, spinach, anything that is dark green, you know, is complementary, right? And then as we go into proper food combination, I'm going to tell you what goes together for easier digestion. Now, moving forward, do you have any questions thus so far?
No, I'm writing down everything as well.
Okay, okay, great. And again, this has been recorded thus so far, so you good. So now,
Yeah.
so now, so now, moving forward, or whatnot, moving forward, you wanna have dinner, right? Because some people say you want to eat 3 times a day. That's fine to eat 3 times a day, but you want to eat very lightly, and you want to eat foods that are going to complement the body. Again, it's all about complementary. It's all about, feeding the body what the body is composed of, right? We're composed of minerals, and nutrients, and also the body is mostly composed of water. So in any event, what time do you go to bed?
10, 11, 11.
Okay. So you go to bed roughly about 11 o'clock, perhaps midnight for, let's say that, right?
Yeah.
Me personally, at times I do eat after the sun go down, but when you gain this discipline, it's always best to eat before the sun goes down. Why? Because as the sun is going down, your digestive system and your organs is also going out of work, or rather also going out of whack. So eating late, in any event, the food is not being properly digested. So you always want to eat at least 4 hours before you go to sleep, or you always want to eat as the sun is going down, because the body is not going to properly break down certain foods when you're eating late in any event. So the times that you will benefit from the magnetic foods are anytime before 8 p.m. So you have anytime before noon for electrical foods. You have between noon. You have between noon to like 5 or noon to 8 o'clock to benefit from both the electromagnetic and the magnetic foods. So 2 times, between 12 o'clock to 8 o'clock, you can benefit from two separate meals, right? So the magnetic foods is composed of like the legumes, the grains in any event, the green leafy foods and the non-starchy foods. Also, like I mentioned to you before, the sea plants, the sea vegetables, right? So let me break down a little bit what sea vegetables are. So you have hijiki, you have wakame, you have kelp, you have bladderwrack, which is also known as sea moss. You have all of these sea vegetables that are very potent in minerals, right? And like I mentioned to you before, the body is made up of minerals. So that's like, you see like them Chinese people, they always eating like some seaweed type of stuff.
Yes.
And they keep a healthy
Yes.
diet.
Oh, okay.
You understand? They keep a healthy diet because they understand the science of food and the body. So you always want to have at least some type of sea vegetables in your diet. Me personally, the best one that I have, and as a matter of fact, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go in my kitchen and I'm gonna put up I'm gonna show you the ones that I like so that you can go ahead and buy it on video.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. So, um, okay. So you have oh yeah, I didn't mention dose. Dose is one of my favorite ones as well, right? So dose, I put it up on the video so you can see.
Okay.
So let's get into it. Dose, let me see, what is the health benefits? It's high in iron, okay, for those that are anemic. It's high in iron. 15% is high in iodine. Right now, iodine is very important because iodine deals with your thyroid, right? And your thyroid releases cells, releases rather, basically, it works with cell activity. So if you are low in, iodine in any event, then your the network or the function or the message won't get to your cells properly. So we're definitely dealing with the central nervous system. So iodine